Damn it. Missed him. Hey, how's it going? I just missed a fish. I just started fishing a minute ago. I'm not at my spot yet. Once I get to my spot, I'll set the camera up. But we're gonna see if I can't get that thing to bite again. It was probably a rock bass. And I'm drifting downstream, but I need to go upstream. So probably a couple more casts at this hole, and that'll probably be it. Until I go to leave, which I'll try and set the camera up so you guys can see a little bit better. But again, I just had to cast at this hole. It's just too good of a spot. And there's usually something sitting here, usually some walleyes and stuff. But I'm not seeing any minnows, so I'm going to go upstream towards a bridge. Oh, okay. It was probably a smallmouth. I just saw some. I'll go over top of them here, and then on the way back, I know they're sitting there. I can target them with something that's a little bit more specific to them. Oh, there's a rock bass. The water's very low. I have a camera with me that will film the lure, but I can't stream that. So I'm just kind of scouting this so I can cast at some of these spots with that setup. And the water, like I said, it's super clear here. I have easy... Well, it's not very deep right here, but there's several feet of visibility. So you guys, upcoming video, are going to see some pretty interesting stuff. Unfortunately, I'm paddling and I can't see every message in the chat. So let me... Oh, crap. Okay, sorry. Hey. Cool. There, I fixed it. So I got to cover a little bit of water here. I've only been here for 4 minutes, and I got about an hour and 10 minutes. So I only got maybe another 500 yards to paddle. And we're just, it's so low right now. Usually this is just a slog, but it's so low right now. And water temps are dropping. There's definitely, like, as far as like toothy stuff, pike and muskies and stuff like that, as long as I don't spook them, it's going to be interesting. Well, it could be interesting. Everybody comments on my videos I should bring a net. I don't have one again. I have a small net, but in the kayak, chances of me hooking into a very large muskie, I would say, are pretty slim. But I feel pretty confident handling fairly large fish, and I'm not afraid to get bloody for one of them things. Take a quick video in this calmer water here. Well, I'll flip the camera so you guys can see. I don't want to spook anything. Usually that tree, well, it's not underwater, but it'd be up to like the bottom of my finger, like right up there. But yeah, it's a nice place. French Creek is a awesome body of water to fish. There's a bridge up here. The bridge is like in full view now. I drive over it every day. And there's a green heron up ahead. That sucks that your dog has cancer. I don't want to have to wade, but it's looking like I might have to get out. And I'm wearing pants, which is just awesome. My biggest fish? Probably a flathead catfish. That or it's a muskie. Or a carp, I'm not sure. I don't weigh very many fish. If I catch something that's pretty big, I usually just measure it. And we're dragging bottom just a little bit. Oh. Paddling upstream is not particularly fun, but I hope it's worth it. Last time I fished this, I caught a little walleye. Maybe there's a bigger one hanging out. I got a little hole here. I'm going to take a break. Maybe. Maybe there's... Ooh. That's going to get annoying. Maybe there's something hanging out right here. Oh, shit. There's something hanging out up there. It's probably a little smallmouth. Come on. With this clear water, I probably don't have that many chances. I'm probably pretty easy to see. I have a bright green kayak, so I'm in Pennsylvania. Pretty much all my videos they're all filmed in Pennsylvania for the most part. I have one video that was filmed in Idaho. No fish, but I did get a black bear, which was pretty cool. Oh, we're almost to the spot. Just like 100 yards, 125 maybe. It's all rocky in here. It makes me nervous to throw the underwater camera out because it's there's like a bunch of rocks and stuff. And I don't want to beat it up. But I think it sinks slow enough. I've tested it in a pond. And it'd be a shame to not see what's actually hanging out in here after a few years of wondering. If you're new, I'm going to try and do some more live streaming while fishing. I just started doing it in June. But the last couple streams I haven't really caught much. But I'm feeling better today. Not gonna throw the camera out just yet. I want to see if there's anything that's. We're gonna just throw it right across the stream. We're throwing a MEPS spinner, number 1. And it actually has a BC Baits ball tail on it. There's always something hanging out on that, right in here. There's always something. There's a tree limb. I gotta quit getting distracted. I gotta get up there. I can hit this stuff on the way back with the camera. It's starting to get to the good time. We're at 13 minutes, which I figured it would take me about 15 minutes to get up here. It's like right next to somebody's house, but it's public water and I can fish it, so they just want to fish. All right, there's usually a giant rock bass, which I can't help but try and catch. Usually, typically, there's one sitting up in here. Which it doesn't look like there is because the water's probably too low. So I got to get to the deep spot, which is 25 yards away or so. And I forgot my anchor at the truck. But there's a rocky bar. There's the bridge. It's in rough shape. It doesn't look too bad. We got some rough water that empties out into a deep spot. It's interesting. The bottom's silted in pretty good. I don't see any fish, but that doesn't mean they're not here. I'm going to just creep up to this rocky bar, and then we can just ride the creek down when we go to leave. I got my light rod right here, so I can cast pretty far. Let's see what happens. Missed him. He was there, though. I got it back. Let me get propped back up on my rock. One bite in 2 minutes at the spot. That's not bad. Had a little malfunction. But that's what I'm using. And they work really well. You just have to get it in front of them, going the right speed. And if that fails, I got other stuff we can use. Let's try this again. Ooh. That's going the right speed. Is it going to get put in front of a fish? Not that time. Alright, we're switching it out to something else. We're getting a little bit more serious, I think. I gotta fix this camera. I need to put something in front of it. Ah. Give me a second. That life vest is riding up. Ah. I need something. I need a phone mount for my kayak. Switched it out to something a little bigger. If we hook into something with this, we might go for a ride. Alright, we're getting too close to the water. Gotta back up. We're getting too close to the spot. I'm sitting on the water. Stupid grass. It's gonna happen. I got a good feeling. Ooh, I just missed a little tiny guy. Didn't want to have to do it. Let's see what happens. We got gunned up, but not too bad. Came out clean that time. Trying to cast into that seam. That's where the walleyes sit. Usually. Ooh. All right. Enough playing around. We're throwing the camera. If you're at this point, you should like the video because my wife got me this camera and it's pretty awesome. And I'm going to post some of these casts later. As long as there's fish there. Ooh. As long as we see something cool. Which is likely. Oop, not that bad. I need this. So the camera is this. And all I got to do is flick it on. Get it wet, and it's recording. So it's a little awkward to cast. But we'll let it sink and we'll just work this thing. You reel it so slow. You gotta go real slow. That's a little better quality cast. And we're just taking it nice and easy. I've had fish attack the camera, but I never get good video of it. Okay, the lure's definitely spinning and stuff, so that's good. Let's we got it out there. We're throwing it around. If this causes many more, yeah, it's already tangled up and shit. We're gonna put a white minnow on. I just think it's gonna be easier. I got a knot in it, and I don't even care. The point of this thin line is so it breaks, so I don't lose the camera. I just lose whatever I had tied on. Readjust. I got to reposition too. Something's gonna happen. This is cheating. In French, it's cheating. We're gonna go with real bright white so we can see it on the camera. Little 1/8 ounce jig head, especially when the water's low. Now, will it fit? It won't. I'll just tie it on. Worst thing that happens is it snaps or we lose the lure. We do not want to lose the camera. What's up, everybody? Alright, the camera is still rolling. Grass. And we're going to turn the camera off. Because we just want to save battery for the big hole down below. half an hour. I'm low on time. Well, we've been here half an hour. I don't have a ton of time. But that's the point of coming down here. Hey, Zach, what's up? Alright. White minnow. Let's see what happens. Problem is if I hook a pike with this rod, it's done. What about right in front of me, right behind that big rock? I gotta get something more than just a bite. Although the actual walleye fishing it's not good yet. It's still a little early. But there should still be some fish hanging out. Smallmouths and things like that. Stupid weeds. Dang. It's just weedy as hell. more weeds. What the heck? This ain't right. Oh, we need something. I'm using Zoom 5-inch white fluke minnow on a jig head, which is usually killer. Oh. It might be a little big. I might have to downsize, which I'm going to try it for about 2 more minutes. And then we're going to downsize. Gotta have cat-like reflexes. We're gonna catch something. It's gonna happen. If not, we probably are gonna get some fish on video doing their thing. I didn't disturb this before. Flip it over there. Anybody hanging out? Anybody want a bite? I mean, we've gotten some bites, but we just haven't had a good hookup yet, which, you know, I mean, people will get discouraged, but I could do this for days on end and not sleep and stuff. Or fall asleep in a chair while still fishing with bells. Or I should get little bait alarms like the carp guys use. There has to be something hiding in here. Come on. Are you kidding me, fish? I have such a hard time catching fish this time of year. August into like mid-September, I just have a rough time. I'm going to be so annoyed if I paddled all the way up there and all the fish are sitting down at the first hole. Which it's kind of starting to look that way. Which is my typical kind of luck. But we're just going to work our way down. Ooh. Leaf. That's the other thing about this time of year is we start getting some leaves. That's a white oak leaf. I know there's a smallmouth hanging out here somewhere. I'm gonna just try and rip it across. Not as fast as I can, but pretty quick. Let's see if that makes a difference. That went right into a tree, but it just hit some leaves. I mean, I can only speak for like Pennsylvania, Virginia, New York when I was a little kid, Idaho. Like, that's the only states I've fished personally. I guess you could say Ohio. I mean, I've fished Pymatooning so much that, like, I've fished parts of it in Ohio. But Pennsylvania is excellent fishing. If a person from another country were to come somewhere, lots of tourists fish Lake Erie. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's a fish. All right. Nice little smallmouth. That's pretty slick. Now that we caught a fish on stream, 47 minutes in, which I saw some people streaming today. People weren't catching much. We're gonna throw the camera around before it gets too dark, because it has a light on it, and I really don't want to run the light. Which that was a nice little smallmouth. Not a giant. We got the camera. And we got to readjust the kayak. But I kind of see a location over here to my right that was a lot like that spot that other smallmouth was sitting in. And we can... Like, the trick to using that camera is you don't want the lens to come out of the water or there to be like an oxygen wake behind it. And we're in some shallow stuff right here. Too shallow for the camera. Oh, fuck. But like this, that's French Creek for you. Sometimes you just can't keep the fish off your hook. And then other times it's rough. It's real rough. But there's fish. I mean, to catch. And I'm sorry, them smallmouth are way cooler than them largemouth are. Like, yeah, I go to the pond and catch big largemouth and post videos of that. But them smallmouth, especially them ones that in that size range, they just fight. They fight like there's no tomorrow. Got a little area right here that might hold a fish. Or maybe not. It is starting to get a little dark. I can see the big hole spot that I should have probably fished the whole video or the whole stream. But yeah, we got a little bit of time to get up there. I got 20 minutes or so, which is probably going to result in another catch, I'm guessing, judging by the numbers of fish that I saw when I paddled upstream. I'm gonna try my best to put that camera. I'm gonna try and put that lure with that camera right in front of them. This creek is so low right now. No, man, I'm in Venango. Supposedly there's like a historically good muskie spot in Cambridge Springs. I think it's on the refuge. I need to try and find that and float some suckers through there or something. All right, we're almost to the spot here. We're gonna get moving. I'm gonna grab the camera. Oh crap, it's been on. We're gonna turn it off. We're gonna move up here real carefully. Real carefully. Yeah, it does need a hawk too. That's an awesome comment. I love it. But yeah, I could probably use one. My stuff gets abused. That's why I don't buy like super expensive fishing equipment. Actually, I found that reel. I found it in a creek 2 years ago. So that's probably why it didn't get a hawk too. All right. Ooh, I gotta slow down. Give me a second, guys. Ooh. I don't want to spook the fish. All right. Okay. Here we go. This is the spot I've been waiting to fish. Well, no, it's not. Damn it. Gotta get a phone thing. Here we go.